Hey you guys, so this is a What's Good for 5 Days at Memorial on Apple TV Plus. And essentially this, I'd say, historical drama miniseries is based on a book by the same name that was written in 2013 by Sherry Fink. She is a journalist who I would say specializes or writes more in health, medicine, science, that particular field. And this show depicts essentially the difficulties following Hurricane Katrina at Memorial Hospital, as well as like they have a, I don't even want to say partnering, but I'll say neighboring facility. It's called Life Care, where they hold critical care patients. And so the first half of the series, you have essentially the depiction of the 5 days at Memorial Hospital. And, seeing the different obstacles that they go through. The second half of the series, you have the aftermath. So everyone's out, everything's happened, concluded. Now, here's the aftermath. Like what's kind of going on there. And I really enjoyed this show because it's a event I definitely didn't know a ton about. I know when Katrina happened, definitely was around during that time, but don't remember too much in regards to like the background of everything. So like with this particular event, this case, I don't remember everything that was discussed. And they do a very good job of also bringing in the, I would say, broadcast news. So like the actual reports that were happening during that time, like seeing Brian Williams. I think they had local news on there as well. But national news, local news, what have you. They did a very good job of also incorporating the real life footage into the actor portrayal depiction that was going on within the show. I personally felt like this show was good at kind of almost keeping you on the edge of your seat. Sometimes you didn't know what was going to happen because with the hurricane, and I feel like with kind of any disaster, you don't, a lot of things are happening because, some people are left without homes. Some people, definitely have no food, no water. And so they even talk about that, like, in regards to, like, just what's going on in the New Orleans area in general. So, and that's, some of the difficulties that they face as well within the hospital. I just thought it was a very good show. Very much, I would say, a ethical based situation. There's a lot of players going on here, and there's a lot of players, a lot of things that happen, and at the end of the day, who's kind of to blame, because when you see some of these situations, there are things where it's like, oh, because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. So, with some of these things, they could have potentially been alleviated, but it's kind of hard to say. So I don't want to get too much into it though without like spoiling anything. But I haven't read the book either, so I don't know how much maybe some of these events, like, I would say, diverge off the path of, maybe what happened. But I feel like for the most part, it stays true to the actual events. And at the end of the show, they even talk about, like, what has happened after, the aftermath, after everything. What is currently going on, like in New Orleans and everything. So if you like, I would say, a true events show, movie, any sort of true events situation, this will definitely be a show for you. There are definitely, like I said, moments where you're just like, oh, like there are cliffhangers. It does have you on the edge of your seat. It's almost like a mystery as to like what's gonna happen next. I would even almost say it's like a true crime case, as everything kind of goes on. So I very much recommend it. The actors did a very good job within their roles and their portrayals, and I just thought it was very good. There have been I feel like almost a lot of good true events pieces, at least through Apple Plus, that have done really well. I know I've talked about this. There's been Blackbird. There's also been the Shrink Next Door. That was also very good. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below if you have watched this show, if you know anything about this particular situation, if you read the book, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.